Okay, so we're gonna move on to the second one. Is that the second one?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so this comes from one of my friends that lives out here. Alright, it says, I have a friend whose name is Alyssa that texts me all day, every day about her love life problems and about how depressed and anxious all the time. And how she's depressed and anxious all the time. And I need to figure out how to nicely tell her that I need some space or I need her to ease up on it. We had a third friend, Kristen, who completely cut her off, but Alyssa made it seem like she did it out of nowhere. Come to find out, Kristen said she couldn't handle her anymore because her mental health was pretty bad, and Alyssa's stuff was affecting her too, which is the same situation I'm in now. Also, Alyssa has been hospitalized for a suicide attempt and hung that over Kristen's head. That's a poor choice of words. So I'm afraid she's going to do the same to me. I don't mind, and I'm okay with people coming to me and talking to me when they feel depressed or anxious, but I can't take her constantly bombarding me with it. I'm also afraid of her doing something and there being nothing I can do to stop her. So how do I tell her that I need a little space or maintain a balance with her? I don't want to be held emotionally hostage, but I don't want to completely cut her off. Damn, dude, this
was hard as fuck.
Fucking this is a difficult situation, dude. Oh my god.
Crazy.
This is our hardest one yet.
Yeah.
No, it is, man, because when somebody's mentally like
you need to get her help.
She needs help.
She needs a professional.
Yeah.
If she's not seeking professional help, she needs professional help.
She does need professional help, but she also does need a support system of friends. I mean, like I don't have the greatest mental health either, you know? Like, I know how it feels to be in this position that Alyssa's in, but obviously I've never like held
people
things.
Emotionally hostage.
Yeah, no, I never did anything like that, but she's in a dark place, and she is clinging on to these friends,
people, right?
And it's what she needs, but she's doing it to the point that she's literally sucking their happiness away.
Right. There's like a ton of analogies, you know what I mean? Like when I was I did some scuba diving back in the day. This is on a random tangent, but it made me think about it. But like when you do some, like when you're trying to help somebody because like they're freaking out, and if you're trying to bring them back to the surface and they're freaking out, you got to kind of like push them away from yourself and like almost even kick them because they'll drag you down too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if you hold on too tightly, they might drag you down with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's a good analogy.
So you gotta like let go, but you can't just. But you gotta let go in a proper way. And sometimes if you let go, and they'll look to themselves for help. So I would I would go to them. And honestly, me personally, it depends on the person. Like if it's like an acquaintance and people asking me for help, I'm like, nah, fuck you. Like I don't give a single fuck. You know. But like I have friends, and if they were to come to me, I would have no problem talking to them about this shit. I'm that kind of guy. I have plenty of fucks, I guess, to give for friends, but for other people, I have no fucks.
Right.
So I feel like I would never be in this situation. But again, like I said, I would go talk to her. You know, like communication is key. Honesty is key.
Yeah,
you gotta tell her like, hey, you text me all the time about your problems, and don't get me wrong, I'm here to help you, but you know I have a life, and your moods and your depression or anxiety is affecting me to the extent that it's affecting my life.
No, and I know that like she doesn't want to be that direct with her because she's honestly afraid of how this girl's gonna take it.
Well, you got to.
You have like
you
okay,
mean? Like,
you do have to just
kind
of
be honest, but you got you know, and sometimes once it's said, like you know when you're in a relationship, you don't want to be in a relationship no more, and it's like a long relationship. You gotta like yo, I'm not happy anymore. And it's gonna suck at first, but it's gonna be good for both people. and it's gonna same situation. You gotta be honest with her, like, hey, this is affecting me in an extent that it's affecting my life. I don't want this to affect your life, but you're losing friends because of it.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of just have to let her see what it's like. I mean, you know, like, so Kristen cut her off, and then what? And then she attempted suicide, and is holding that over Kristen's head, like you brought me to do that, and that's honestly such a fucked up thing to do to somebody. Like, okay, suicide is a serious matter. It is. It's a very serious issue, and a lot of people suffer with these tendencies. But you can't sit there and blame one person and say that they're the reason. It's because they're not. They could have been the reason that you got upset, but the reason that you wanted to commit suicide is because your mental health is not well.
Right.
It's not like this person literally said, "Go outside and kill yourself right now. I want you to die." Like, that's not how it happens.
Yeah. I think, like John was saying, like, you shouldn't feel guilty if the worst were to happen. And don't get me wrong, like, you know, if something, like, I've had friends that ended their lives, and at the same time, it's like,
have you really?
Yeah, I've had.
Oh my God.
A couple actually. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like, you know, they made that decision, you know, and as terrible as that sounds, it's like, there's nothing really you could have done. You know what I mean?
Honestly, if somebody's gonna do it, they're gonna do it.
Right.
And
there's gonna be calls for help and stuff.
Yeah, you will notice, like, patterns. You know, like,
and it's hard because maybe, like, this friend is just, like, she's texting every day, and, like, it seems like every day is a call for help. You know what I mean? And like, and you're trying to be helpful because, okay, what is this? Is this it? No, but like I said, I feel like you gotta go to her, kind of have like an intervention or maybe 1-to-1, and be like just straight up honest. Because honesty is the best, and if she takes it wrong, you gotta. It's hard because you gotta say it the right way, but you gotta be honest. And now and then like lead that conversation to her getting help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if she's not already getting help, like, you need to kind of push her to do that, because, you know, if she is getting the help that she needs, if she's not getting it right now, then if she does get that help, you know, she could be a better person to talk to. You know, she might be a little bit more emotionally stable to talk to and not just be extremely negative and a killjoy. So I mean, if she's not getting the help, you know, you need to make sure that she's getting the help.
And also, if after you do all that and it doesn't work out, you got to be willing to cut her off, because sometimes rock bottom is where you find help. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, you got to picture an image. She's like clinging, trying to get to the surface or something like that, and she has all these ropes, and like you're like a rope. Now, if you cut the rope and she falls down to the bottom, it turns out that there's an exit down there. You know what I mean?
An exit.
Like did that make sense?
Kind of. I mean,
it's like if she loses her friends, if like again, like if all this doesn't work out, like you talk to her, be honest, lead her to something to get help, and at the end of the day, it doesn't any of that works out. You got to let her go, and then she has to figure it out, and hopefully she does.
Yeah.
I don't like that you don't like my analogies, John.
I do like your analogies.
You don't have an imagination. You don't picture things correctly. I'm thinking about the level of your intellect, and it's not very high.
What are you talking
about? You don't have an
about?
imagination. So.
I told you I understood your analogy.
John's roommate came in, and she has the loudest bag on the planet. It's made out of plastic. It says Marshalls. We're both judging her immensely.
I think it's just you.
No, he's judging you. I can see in his eyes, and I can read his eyes, actually. There's words, and it says, I'm judging you. So, have a great day.
All right.
She went into her room. Now we can have silence. Thank you.
Okay. So, You're fucking good. Yeah, no, I didn't. It wasn't that I got your. It wasn't that I wasn't getting your analogies.
You just don't have an imagination.
That bag was just very distracting.
Yep. Super. No, don't blame it on the bag. It's okay.
Now, look, honestly, I'm just gonna say, like, before we end this, before we end this submission, this is a very intricate issue, and I feel like there's really no right answer for this because there's kind of like there's something bad about either way you go. What I would just say is, what I can say is just be delicate. Be delicate with the situation, be delicate with her. Let her know that she is loved. If you are going to be direct and just say, hey, you're being a little negative lately with every time we talk, and I just kind of have my own mental health that I'm, dealing with too. You can tell her those things, but assure her at the same time that she is loved and that you are there for her and that you're not going to abandon her. Kind of just give the good with the bad. That's really all I can put into that.
Yeah, I think we said enough. I really appreciate the submission. That was pretty
serious.
Pretty serious.
It's a pretty deep topic.
Deep as fuck.
Yeah.
So deep.